business. He took my swag to Woodward. I gotta keep that boy my only good.
The Eastern Conference Semifinals, Game 1. The Hawks earned their bid into round 2 after a hard-fought 6-game series. Now, the stakes are greater, the challenge that much tougher as they prepare to do battle against the Knicks. The opening game of the conference semifinals, up next.
The next stage of the Eastern Conference playoff battle begins here. Game 1 of the conference semifinals. Both these teams have survived and moved one step closer to the title. In this game, we'll see New York against the Hawks. Kevin Harlan here alongside Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Johnson is out there with Zachary Rizichet. Then it's Okongwu. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hart in at the 4-man position. You look at Atlanta. Well, they had very little trouble in their first-round matchup. It was a clean sweep.
And they're hoping to carry that momentum into this series. But they know they've got their work cut out for them. This is a much tougher task than round 1.
Pass to Alexander-Walker. Johnson with a screen on Bridges. And slam dunk by Johnson.
Yeah, that's a dunk that would get some high scores. You know Johnson put some time into that one.
Bridges passes to Hart. Towns sets the pick for Hart. To the inside. And the dunk by Towns.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Okongwu a screen to the paint. And Okongwu slams it in.
Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there. That makes the game easy.
Bridges outside. Rebound by Johnson.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, quick foul picked up right away here in the first quarter.
Six on the shot clock. Johnson from outside.
Josh Hart takes such pride on the defensive end. How about that contest right there, making it almost impossible with his defense.
And the shot goes in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Rizichet with it. He's guarded by Anunoby. And then Johnson with the jam.
It is so much fun watching these guys just throw it down. Jalen Johnson can do it with the best of them.
Towns sets the pick for Bridges. Outside, Towns. Back to Bridges. Here's Anunoby. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Stolen by Brunson. Pass to Towns. Shoots over Johnson. Will not go. This is off the front iron. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Six to shoot. Johnson double team for 3 and stolen by Anunoby. To the middle. Bridges outside. Here's Brunson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
This is what Brunson does so well, right? He keeps defenders off balance and draws that contact.
New York shooting their first free throws of the night. That one falls for Brunson.
Boy, the maturation of Brunson is really special. This guy, phenomenal as scorer and facilitator.
And both free throws good for Brunson.
Well, this is what we've come to expect from him, right? Excellence at the foul line.
Pass to Lilcheese. Johnson outside. From the stripe. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
And you can tell Lilcheese has a great basketball IQ. He spots the opening and delivers the pass on time.
Now here's Brunson. No good there off the double clutch. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
Okongwu with a screen on Brunson. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Now, here's Bridges. He has yet to score, and that one's good. Towns.
Now, the very definition of a stretch 4 or 5, whatever position he happens to be playing, Cat can space the floor.
Basket good.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
New York trails by 3. From deep, Brunson, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
Boy, the ability to stop on the dime and rise and fire. Jalen Brunson, that is outstanding.
Pass to Lilcheese. There's the screen. Shoots over Anunoby, and the Hawks getting another basket right there.
Boy, that's as wide open as you're going to get. The defense needs to lock in and be better than that.
Here's Brunson, and there's another one for the Knicks.
Yeah, we talked about having a high shot IQ. Jalen Brunson, just 4 shots. You want to concede the mid-range jumper, he's more than content to take it.
Count that one. He's got 6.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Pass to Bridges. Towns dishes to Bridges. Latrey. Atlanta with the rebound. And it's been pretty smooth sailing for him in the playoffs so far. They've only dropped 2 games.
And they're a team that doesn't get rattled, even with all the pressure that comes with postseason basketball. It's a testament to the leadership in that locker room.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Right away, they showed us they weren't going to shy away from the mid-range game, and it's proven to be an effective tool for them.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Miles McBride's checked in for New York. Now here's Towns. He's got 5. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Lilcheese with it. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Bridges with some nice defense. Inside, here's Anunoby. And Anunoby slams it in.
Well, just absolutely superb concentration by OG Anunoby. Fends off the defense well right there.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Second team foul.
What's up?
At the line, one shot, OG Anunoby.
That's good from Anunoby.
What you love about OG Anunoby, this guy widely regarded as one of the league's top defenders, guys. But he's starting to become a more consistent scorer now as his career has gone on.
from past the arc. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. For New York, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Here's McBride, pass to Towns. And McBride gets it to go. McBride's got the game tied up here for New York.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Pass to McBride. And here's Brunson. 7 points in the game. Fires the three. The sweet lefty stroke of Jalen Brunson.
It's about the work for Jalen Brunson. He's put in a ton of time to become a knockdown shooter.
And so in the game for the Hawks, Okongwu is out there with Kuminga. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And then there's Zachary Riesesheim.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Towns finds Strus. Back to Towns. Brunson barreling in. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Brunson's got 12.
Yeah, they come into a nice flow this quarter.
Okongwu with a screen on Brunson. He lobs it up, and Okongwu slams it in.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Brunson, no good.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside. Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Oh, Max Strus off his feet in a hurry to finish.
The Hawks leading by 7. Outside, Kuminga. Just 5 to shoot. Out to the wing. From the baseline. And it's Riesesheim missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Towns with the steal. Knocks it loose. There's Shamet. It's rebounded by Kuminga.
That's a breakdown defensively right there, folks. He just could not make them pay.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Strus passes to McBride. Off on the layup.
Boy, maybe nothing more important than what just happened. Protecting the rim without fouling.
Pass to Okongwu. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Brunson with a clean look. No good from outside. The Hawks leading by 9. Down low. Jumps up. And he jams it with authority.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the defense.
The Hawks have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
If you see yourself on a big screen, then you know what to do. Shut the You have the camera. Dancing the cheese.
He's checked in for Max Strus. OG Anunoby comes in for Landry Shamet. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Miles McBride. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Johnson, he's checked in for Kuminga. He misses the free throw.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. That one misses.
Boy, that's not the result I would have predicted. Usually you can take those to the bank when he's at the line.
Bridges kicks to Hart. Pass to Anunoby. And here's Towns. He's guarded by Johnson. Towns, no luck.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's guarded by Anunoby. Now Okongwu. He's got 11. Here's Riesesheim. Bridges with some nice defense. New York trails by 11. Here's Anunoby. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 5th rebound right now in the game. That one goes. Count it. And it's 8 points for Riesesheim.
Well, Riesesheim has decent size, and he uses it well that time to put points on the board.
Brunson scanning the floor. Rebound Atlanta. And this group reaching a major milestone this season, notching their 50th win in their last game.
Hey, you love to ensure a winning season, and most NBA teams, even great ones, consider this a major accomplishment.
And Towns is so difficult to guard, and it doesn't matter if he's inside or outside. He's tough.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line, 2 shots. Karl Anthony Towns.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second.
What's striking about Karl Anthony Towns is resiliency. He'll bounce back from challenges. He's got a very impressive positive attitude.
To the left wing. Pass to Alexander Walker. Buries it from three-point range. Alexander Walker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now here's Brunson. He's got 12. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Folks, look out, because Jalen Brunson has caught his rhythm on the offensive end, and that typically means a long night for your opponent.
Here's Riesesheim. Buries it down low. Riesesheim's got 10 points in the game.
Boy, he's been so efficient in this one. That helps your team in so many ways when you can put it in the basket.
From deep, Brunson. Rebounded by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got 6 rebounds here tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Hart covering. And stolen by Hart. Here's Bridges. Scoreless thus far. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And New York making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. Here's a look at... And so it's Atlanta in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder. And, Coach, you're getting stops in the first half. What do you attribute to that?
Well, we're playing hard, scrambling, picking up our effort, trying to be precise and disciplined and talk. And we're not resting on our laurels at any point.
Hopefully you can remain active on the defensive end in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you. And, folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break.
Some great postseason action in the first half of play. A healthy lead has been built for the Atlanta Hawks.
Saw how they crash the glass? That's Dr. O'Neill's School of Rebounding.
I did not know there was a class I'd enroll. Heck, who wouldn't want to take part in that? Guys, how important is the first game of a series?
Very important, Ernie. You learn a lot about yourselves and your opponent. Teams will attack and try to exploit your weaknesses.
And after game one, it's all about how you cover up those weaknesses. Force your opponent to shake up their approach, man.
Yeah, moves and counter moves. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we're ready to get back into the action here in game one. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. You know, Jalen Brunson has been exceptional here, guys. Wow.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just. That.
Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Okongwu kept alive. Launches a 3. Good D by Anunoby. New York trails by 8. Brunson right side. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Out to the right wing. Here's Rizeshe. He's guarded by Anunoby. Here's Okongwu. And he uses the glass on the layup. Okongwu's now got 13.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Pass to Rizeshe. Okongwu with a screen on Anunoby. To the inside. Towns with the steal. Hart outside. Now Brunson. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got rebound number 8 now on the night. A step-back shot here. Knicks with the rebound. Towns has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Struggling to get into their groove here. Just 1 for 4.
On the wing, Bridges. Pass to Brunson. Pocket 6. Bridges outside. Shoots. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got 9 rebounds now tonight. Johnson with a screen on Towns. And there's the second time to finish it off.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Bridges.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night. Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. On deep, Brunson gets it to go from beyond the arc. Brunson's got 20.
Jalen Brunson right now attacking without hesitation. His foot is on the gas pedal.
And that's going to be a turnover. They called for 8 seconds. New York trails by 12. Nice. Brunson working inside.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Rizachet in the corner. Off target with his three. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Here's Rizachet. He's guarded by Anunoby.
And he just goes from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Hawks?
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there. They are challenging them and getting it done.
And that one falls for Okongwu. New York trails by 11. Brunson outside. Pass to Town. Can't connect from short range.
You'd rather see him dunk that. Impose your will if you can.
Here's Rizachet. He's guarded by Anunoby. Here's Johnson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Johnson's got 13 points.
And I love that from Johnson. Sets the pick and then finds some space there for the basket.
Towns against Okongwu. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, those are exactly the opportunity this offense is looking to create.
After Rizachet. Shot clock at 6. Okongwu dishes to Johnson. Over Hart. Johnson's shot is off. New York's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. And the shot goes down.
Well, OG Anunoby is just continuing to add to his skill set. Nice finish on the interior.
The Hawks leading by 9. To the wing on the left. Here's Rizachet. Sinks that one from the post. He's got 12.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Johnson against Hart. Here's Brunson. Banked in off the glass.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Alexander Walker. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Rizachet. Brunson covering. At the clock winding down. And it's Okongwu slamming it down.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Bridges passes to Brunson. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
Boy, this guy has been absolutely outstanding this quarter. You love what he's doing out there right now.
Pass to Rizachet. Here's Okongwu. Towns with the defensive effort. New York trails by 9. Here's Anunoby, and the Knicks good for 2.
I'll tell you, it's 6'8" with elite athleticism. Good luck checking OG Anunoby on the interior.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. McBride's checked in for Hart. Let's take this chance now to show you the list of the... Max Strus is checked in for the Knicks. Clarkson comes in for Bridges. Here's Rizichet. He's covered by Clarkson. McCollum with the ball. Over McBride. The Hawks again can't hit. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for New York. Trailing by 13. On the court for Atlanta. Jonathan Kuminga out there with Okongwu. And then there's Zachary Rizichet. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Atlanta's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. For the three. And he's good on the 3-ball. And the Hawks lead by 16.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
After Rizichet. 3-pointer. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not so unlucky 13 shots.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Ball's knocked loose.
Most defenses want to protect the paint first. Great job there.
Here's Kuminga. Pass to McCollum. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
You can see it. He's taking better shots, and the results are coming because of it.
Brunson outside. And the dunk by Towns.
Boy, when these bigs like Karl-Anthony Towns show off that power, you've got to love it.
After Rizichet, there's the triple. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Good on the bucket. Kuminga's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And now it's time for our presentation of the player of the game, Onyeka Okongwu.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
What a way to start the series. If this game is any indication, he's going to be an unstoppable force the next few games. Okongwu a screen. Here's the 3. That one is no good. He is 6 for 11 in the game. To the paint. Out to Bridges. Offensive rebound. Here's Brunson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brunson's got 28.
That's what you call sticking with the play and converting. Jalen Brunson gets to the offensive window.
After Rizichet. Okongwu with the screen for Rizichet. Misses the 3. New York trails by 20. Inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu.
I love when Karl-Anthony Towns is aggressive to score and willing to embrace the contact.
The free throw drops for Towns.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And Towns drops them both.
And one of the game's elite shooters, and Towns' sweet stroke definitely extends to the free throw line.
After Rizichet. Good D by Anunoby.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact. Nothing going his way. Boy, it feels like he's forcing it and to no avail.
Over to the left wing. 6 to shoot. Now Rizichet misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Brunson right side. Off target from the wing. The Hawks leading by 18 to end the drought. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Josh Hart. The first free throw is good.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And so he hits both. The Knicks shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Bridges for 3. Okongwu grabs the board.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
To the middle, out of bounds. New York takes possession.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there. They'll want to talk about that one.
New York trails by 20. And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And it's Hart, top of the key. Oh, a fantastic finish off the alley-oop.
You know, Josh Hart, the very definition of unselfish. How about keeping his eyes up and finding his teammate?
Here's Alexander Walker. Johnson surveying the floor. It's the three-point bomb.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Rizichet with it. To the left side wing. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. Hands it from downtown.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Anunoby, good.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down, and what will be a win here in game one of the series for the Hawks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it's really got to feel very good to be able to jump out confidently to a 1-0 lead in this series.
Absolutely. And I think their focus now has to be not on taking this win for granted. They should come out for game 2 with the same intensity and honestly maybe even more. You know they'll face a more focused team in the next one, so they may have to be just a little bit tougher.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Onyeka Okongwu.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
At the line, 2 shots. Josh Hart.
The first one falls.
Guys, when we talk about Josh Hart, he is putting himself in the conversation for one of the best rebounding guards we've ever seen.
And Hart drops them both. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to Okongwu. This one for 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Now Alvarado. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
That'll do it for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference Semifinals. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us. And now our player of the game, Onyeka Okongwu.